Let's get ready to rumble! Perfect.
Yes, yes!
Yo, chat, what's going on? It's finally coming, it's happening. It's not happened yet, but it's happening. I've got a massive smile on my face, and so is Johnny Potty. Look at your face,
bro. I'm buzzing, bro.
I see it. He's back. JP is back from his trip.
I'm buzzing to be back as well, you know what I mean? Honestly, I'm so buzzing. We've been saying this for absolutely time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even that misquoted article, which was, it's funny, I always retweet that. Like, I've been retweeting it every time Jack Grealish news comes out. But that wasn't even me who said all that stuff, innit?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, JP's in the know, JP. And nah, it ain't me. It was LB who said it all, and they just incorrectly credited it to me on the headline of the thing. But yeah, Jack Grealish, medical, tomorrow, is coming. After all the saltiness of the Villa fans, he's finally coming to City.
It's happening, guys. It's happening. It's been quite a long, drawn-out transfer. I mean, to be honest, we've been calling this since April. We have been calling it. We've said Jack Grealish will be the first proper Manchester City player signing. You know what I mean? And I think it was written. You know what I mean? This guy is. If you was to define a Manchester City player and say, you make me, right? If you make me a Pep Guardiola Man City player, you would basically just describe Jack Grealish. And it looks like finally the deal is going through. It's probably going to be tomorrow. The medicals for tomorrow. So whether they announce it tomorrow or the day after, I don't know, but it does look like it's gonna happen. Rumours on price, it looks like it's going to be a new British transfer record. Manchester City are leaving in the dust their old transfer strategy of buying players for like 50 million and trying to develop them. They're just going straight out, getting the best and paying big cash. And fair play to Villa, you know what I mean? They're getting a lot of money out of this, £100 million. They need to make sure they spend that wisely. But from our point of view, Jack Grealish finally looks like it's going to go across the line, mate. It's happening, and I cannot be more happy, bro.
Bro, it's so sick. It's so sick. Now, JW could walk on Ross says, yes, lads. Yes.
Yeah. How are we all feeling then, chat? You know what I mean? What we're saying? Are we? Is anyone not happy with the deal? You know what I mean? I feel like most people are happy with the deal. Some people think we've overpaid. What I'd say on the overpay situation is, you know, have we really overpaid? You know, there's rumours that Arsenal are about to pay £70 million for James Maddison. Maddison's a very good footballer. Jack Grealish is a level above James Maddison, let me tell you that. And if they're paying £70 million for James Maddison, I think Grealish is well worth the £100 million. I also feel that Grealish is going to sell more kits. I think he's going to sell, you know, just his image rights will generate a lot more money than Maddison's would, and we're only paying an extra 30 million. I seen someone today who said he could be the next Beckhamish type of player. Not in terms of like ability or whatever, in terms of an icon. Like Beckham had that stature that literally, you know, kids growing up used to look at him and go, oh, this guy is like amazing. I mean, he was like an icon. David Beckham icon. He is an icon. Grealish could have that potential.
Bro, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
What's up, Ray?
Aston Villa have just signed Danny Ings.
All right, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, I'm not...
That's a strange move, isn't it?
It is.
Like, I mean, not strange as in, like, I'm not saying that they're not... You know what I mean? But it's absolutely come out of nowhere.
That's
Do you know what I mean? That was watch out, Danny Ings.
Yeah, that's a bit weird, you know what I mean? But, I mean, he's a good player, But, you know, I think it's decent. I think it's, you know, I'm proper buzzing with it. And I do believe that Jack Grealish now, once this deal gets over the line, because obviously it's not, and anything can happen, you know what I mean? As the journalists have been saying, anything can happen. You know, I genuinely think Jack Grealish could now kick on and become even better than he's already been at Aston Villa, you know, which has been phenomenal at Aston Villa.
I think he'll become.
I think he could write himself into like an iconic, you know, bracket of football players because he's got that swagger about him. He's got that image about him. You know what I mean? Look at everything about him, bro. He's different to everyone. And actually, I think someone wrote a piece, and apparently they were saying like Jack Grealish is basically the most personalised type of player in the Premier League. Like, if you look at him, everything about him is completely different. Number one, I mean, just look at the way he wears his socks for a starter. You know what I mean? Look at his hair, bro. He looks completely different to everyone else. The way he plays, completely different. You know, he can play anywhere. He's got skills for days. He's a complete personality on the football pitch. And combine that with City's power of being able to throw his image around the world, you know what I mean? Which we can do, which Aston Villa can't yet do because, you know, they're not in the Champions League. They might be able to do it when they get in the Champions League if they get there. But we can do that right now. And I think that was part of the attraction to Jack Grealish. We can make Jack Grealish a superstar.
Well, the thing is, he's his own brand, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you say, all this stuff that you're saying here is massive key parts to becoming your own brand. Do you know, like CR7, do you know what I mean? Messi, do you know what I mean? They're very marketable people. Jack Grealish is very, very marketable just because of how unique he is. He stands out as a player, even, do you know what I mean, from his hair to his socks.
Yeah.
He stands out, which is what you need in these situations. Jammy Jam said, over the moon if this pulls through with the £2. Yes. I think it will pull through. I don't see this I
think so.
dropping now. I think this is it. I think we're going to get him. I think it'll probably be announced tomorrow, very soon. So, you know what I mean? You should be over the moon. And Neil JW again, at 1.99, said, what number do you guys reckon he'll get? I see a few people floating around. Was it number 18?
I don't know. I saw that City apparently wanting to hold the 10 back because they wanted to give that to Harry Kane if that deal goes through. I don't know, to be honest, Niall. I don't even know what numbers people have. You're pretty good on numbers, aren't you, Bray? Because you do all the kits and that.
Yeah, people saying 19. Did he have number 19 before? I think 7, people are saying.
Yeah, Sterling's got 7.
Sterling's got 7 though, hasn't he?
Can't have 7. Sterling's got 7.
I think what... But he might not even get announced with a number yet. But then again, if wanting to play this weekend... Because apparently, City... There's a real possibility that City can get everything over the line and he might actually be able to make his debut for Manchester City on Saturday against Leicester in the Community Shield. He could potentially win a trophy in his first game, which is weird.
Yeah, it is pretty mad. It's pretty mad. Tinsey's coming with a 5. Football Insider, the initial cost for Man City is believed to be around 75 million, with 25 million attached as success-based incentives. Now, obviously, it still adds up to 100 million. However, if that is true, that Manchester City are only paying 75 million as the base fee, you know what I mean? That'll be spread across instalments, of course. But if that's the base fee and the 25 million extra to make it the 100 is in incentives, I believe that we've committed robbery.
I think that's a great deal. I think that's insane. For us to be able to get Jack Grealish for 75 million, the 25 million is add-ons.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That is incredible business. And if that is the way it is, that's unreal because the only money they're getting up front right now is 75 million pounds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't have a problem with like add-ons and that because
it's proving his worth.
If you're paying add-ons, you're generally paying it because something good's happened, you know what I mean? Either he scored so many goals, got so many assists, played so many games for the football club, or you've won trophies. So, you know what I mean? Pay whatever you want in add-ons, you know what I mean? If we pay in add-ons, generally, it's a good thing. It is a good thing. But, yeah, that's mad, that, Tinsey. And Sterling Silver's coming with the 2. Appreciate the Super Chats, guys. Coming in with the 2. He says, all this saltiness against us is just delicious. Mate,
Mate,
It's been blowing up. It's been blowing up.
Can I just say, right, the most favourite of saltiness that I seen, do you know what I mean? Not saltiness, the best thing I seen over this whole Villa period of them going mad and the back and forth was this CJ Golson guy, the guy who basically was meant to be a tier like 3 or 4 journalist, but had links to the NFL. So all the Villa fans got all hooked on it. It got like 7,000 like 1,000 retweets, 7,000 likes. They were all thinking, "This is it. He's gonna stay," and that's how it like switched over to like all the City fans shitting it a little bit, and then it turned out. He's actually a Leeds fan and he just baited everyone. That was the biggest plot twist. Yeah. It was the biggest plot twist. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. It was like a film. I was like, I did not see this coming. Yeah. This is next level.
That was naughty. Let's talk about Jack Grealish and the position that he's going to play. I know Sam Lee has done a piece on this. In fact, he did it like a couple of weeks ago, and I think that's where all the hate started off. In fact, before we do, guys, I want to tell you quickly about our sponsor of today's stream. It is the guys at OneFootball. If you've never heard of OneFootball before, they've got an app that you can download. Download it, select City as your favourite team, or whoever you support as your favourite team. You'll get all the match day content, you know, pre-match reviews, match reports, transfer news, transfer rumours. Last year, you even got some free football. I'm not sure if they're doing that again this year. I need to double check, actually. But the app is completely free. It doesn't cost you a penny. If you download it, you help support the channel. The link's in the description. It's also the pinned comment. Yeah, right, okay, so let's talk about...
Just before you do, everyone in the chat is saying that Villa signings. We've seen it, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we have seen that Villa signings. Also, Fabrizio has just confirmed the whole, here we go, Danny Ings has signed for Aston Villa.
It's Aston Villa confirmed.
Do you know what I mean? Fully confirmo.
Right, let's talk about Jack Grealish and the position that he's going to be playing at City, because one of the main objections you get from some City fans is where's he going to play? You know, and I've seen this quite a lot. You know what I mean? I think most people want Grealish, but the ones that don't really want him because he's not a good footballer. They just don't know where he's going to play. So we need to have a look at this because it is a fair comment. So if you look at our forward line right now, yeah, on the right hand side you've got Mahrez, you've got Ferran Torres. Yeah, Sterling can also play there, although he's not played on the right really consistently for quite a while now. On the left-hand side, you've got Sterling, you've got Foden. Anyone else spring to mind on the left? Or is that it? I mean, Torres can play there as well.
Torres can play on the left as well.
In the attacking midfielder roles, you've obviously got KDB, obviously. You've got Gundogan. Bernardo Silva's been playing there, and that's pretty much it.
Foden can play there.
Foden can play there, but he's not been playing there. And you know, maybe he will play there eventually, but at the moment it looks like Pep is liking him to play on the left hand side. Now we have very strong suspicions, and in fact I'm pretty confident that Bernardo Silva will be leaving Manchester City this summer.
I think he's going to leave,
and we believe that he's on the way to Atletico Madrid. You know, whether that actually happens remains to be seen. However, you know, I think most people.
I think we said we're under the consensus. It depends on whether Sol gets done, because obviously not a lot of teams have money.
That's what we think. However, they've just got that cash injection. You know what I mean? That financial dope.
Bro, how have they done that? How have the league saved them? I don't get it.
Some dodgy deal. But it's looking likely Bernardo Silva is in my opinion, I think he's gone. So that leaves you only really in the attacking midfielder role with Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Phil Foden. Now, we know Phil Foden, for some reason, isn't playing in that attacking central role at the moment. That's not to say that he won't this year. I'm just going off current evidence, and it's Pep is not really playing him in the central role. That's only leaving you with Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan. Now, Gundogan's, 31, 32 or something like that now anyway. I think Kevin's 30.
I thought Gundogan was 30.
Yeah, exactly. So they're both in the 30s. Yeah. So where's he going to play? It's quite obvious to me. He's going to play in the central position role. Effectively, I think he's going to be like a bit of a Gundogan replacement. And that could be seen as quite harsh on Gundogan because he's been mega for us and he has. But I do think that will be sort of the role that he's playing. I think he's going to help out defensively because when I've seen him a lot for Villa, all right, granted he's not always played in the middle. I've seen him stuck him out on the wing, you know what I mean, where he can play on the left wing as well. But I do like him in that midfield position because he's so tidy on the ball. You know what I mean? He's strong. He's quite strong. I don't know how tall he is, but he looks quite strong and clearly goes to the gym and does a bench press and that. So I think he's going to play in the middle. I think he's going to play in there with Kevin De Bruyne. I think he'll probably play on the left and Kevin will play on the sort of the right-hand side of the midfield. And then we'll just have one holding midfielder.
Well, that was the rumours, wasn't it? That Pep wants him to play the 8 role. The rumours that came out a few weeks ago that the way Pep sees Jack Grealish playing in this team is in the 8 role, but I also think it'll work the same way that kind of Gundogan did. I think it'll be very fluid. But last season when Cancelo was playing at right back and he was smashing it, Gundogan had so much space.
Yeah.
And they had some really good link up. And I just imagine, say that was Jack Grealish. Gundogan was insane for 2 months. And I don't want to write Gundogan out of this team because I don't think that's the case. I think Gundogan will be a backup in that position. I do think he'll be able to play the 6. He's like a fluid player, do you know what I mean? Across that midfield, Gundogan. You know what I mean? We can't just have one starting 11 and just be that, because when players do get injured. I do think it'll be a bit fluid with the left-hand side as well. I think there will be a lot of times in the new season where you'll see Jack Grealish on that left-hand side quite far out. And if Foden's there as well, they'll have some good link-up play, and then maybe Foden will come inside, Grealish will go out. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be very fluid to a line that was already fluid anyway, because especially when we played false 9, everyone was just switching about, and Jack Grealish just adds to that.
Yeah, well, you're right. And I would also say that Kevin De Bruyne, unfortunately, is no stranger to an injury which keeps him out the team for a month or 2 months. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at his record since he's been at City, he's pretty much had an injury every single year, which has kept him out the side for a month or 2 months. And if he gets injured, you're literally just going to be stuck with Gundogan. You know what I mean? So you're going to have, if we're letting Bernardo Silva go, which I'm pretty sure we are letting him go, you need to replace him. And I think getting Jack Grealish in for £100 million is a bargain.
I mean,
I think it's a great deal, to be honest. I really, really do.
We're just following FFP rules, paying what we made, isn't it? So
yeah, there's a legit chance, right? Actually, I was talking today, right? If Bernardo Silva goes for 60 mil, right? The key is, will Laporte leave? I don't know if Laporte's going to leave, but if Laporte does leave, and we don't know about it because there's not really been any rumours. I seen something today, say the BBC did a report saying that apparently he still wants to leave, but there's been no confirmation. If Laporte leaves, we could legitimately, ladies and gentlemen, be in a position where we spend £100 million on Jack Grealish and £120 million on Harry Kane, and potentially be in a net spend of a negative.
Yeah, we could have made money.
We could make money and break the British transfer record twice in the space of 2 weeks.
Like, how is that a thing? Langham Speak came in, bro.
It's a bombazo, bro.
Bombazo. If it happened, it would be a bombazo, bro. It'd be the strangest thing in English football.
Yeah.
Langham Speak came with a £5 super chat. Sterling Francois is going to bench warm now. That's a shame. I don't know, man. I don't think they'll bench warm. We play a lot of games in a season, so I think everyone will get the time.
Sterling will start the season left wing. He will start because Philden's injured. So he will start left wing.
Injured,
so Sterling's going to start left wing. You know what I mean? He will start left wing. Ferran Torres, I think he's going to go into the season. In my view, if I was the manager, he'd be my backup striker. That's my view. And he's probably going to be backup right winger. With Bernardo Silva leaving, Bernardo Silva was...
You're going to switch between Mahrez and...
Exactly. Bernardo Silva could play right wing, and when he did play right wing for that season, he was insane. But with him leaving, you're literally now just going to have Ferran Torres as a backup right winger, you know what I mean? So, and listen, guys, we play 50 games a season, you know what I mean?
We'll play so much football that these people will get the time
100%.
to go for it. And Abdullah came in. We've got to go for Kane now. 130 million. Levy will take it. Well, apparently 130 million is the maximum that City are willing to spend on Kane. We are willing to spend that. Apparently 130 million. We are willing to go to that. However, we won't spend anything more. I think their valuation around him is around 150 million. I do believe if we did offer the full 130 million, I think they would actually take it. Obviously, it's Levy. It's going to be very difficult. He's not returned to training yet. There was rumours that he's coming back to training this week. However, there's contradicting rumours saying that he has no plans to return back to training anytime soon. I do think he'll come back at some point. You know what I mean? Guys getting fined bare cash at the moment. Levy's probably rubbing his hands. He'd make that transfer fee anyway. But I think it is going to be all gung-ho now. Do you know what I mean? For Kane.
Yeah.
I genuinely think now all attention will turn to Kane, and in the next week, we will find out how that's going to go. There was a lot of journalists reporting that if we get Jack Grealish, we're not going to go for Kane.
Lies.
That's not true. That is just, it ain't true. It's not a thing. We are going for both Kane and Grealish. We've secured the bag for one, innit? And now we've got to go get our other one. You know what I mean? We spoke about this last time, innit? Jack Grealish was just there in front of our eyes. Yeah. So we took it. Kane was the long shot.
We've pretty much not paid for Grealish in the sense of we've already got the money, or we're already getting the money. Like the amount of academy players that we've already sold, the players that we sold last summer, you know what I mean? We're going to sell Bernardo. Grealish is paid for out of the money that we already have. Kane is going to be the player that we're going to actually buy, and there still could be a situation where we've got the funds in the bank for him anyway. So Yeah, don't worry about that, guys. But striker is coming. Niall's coming with a 5. Yes, Niall. Lads, if we don't get Kane for whatever reason, what would be the other alternatives?
Jesus and Varane. Oh, you mean alternative signings?
Yeah. It's tricky, mate, because Haaland's not going to come City.
Haaland is a no deal. I think if City would be serious, the alternative that you look at is Lukaku.
But you can't get him.
But he doesn't want to leave, and I think... And Chelsea are offering cash.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They offered 100 million and Alonso, and they said nah.
Yeah.
It was like, nah, we don't want that. And plus, Lukaku kind of hinting that he doesn't want to leave as well. So,
yes.
yeah, Will right there. Ings. Oh wait, that's one that I would have said. Ings is one that I would have said.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He would have been a great, backup striker for us and someone that guarantees to get you goals in the Prem.
Yeah. No, it is.
Martinez. In fact, I see a lot of people saying Lautaro Martinez. He's the guy that we got linked with a lot, I think in January, or like when it was coming rumoured that Aguero wanted to leave, because everyone was saying he is the natural Aguero replacement kind of thing. He gets likened to Aguero a lot. However, we thought he'd signed a deal, didn't we? But he actually hasn't signed that deal. He's not signed a new deal with Inter yet. I think there is a deal on the table for him. But, you know what I mean? See there, Andre Silva, bro. Nah, he's gone to Leipzig.
It's difficult because, you know... Oh, by the way, guys, let's smash that like button. There's 1,500 people in the stream. We've got 500 likes. Let's see if we can get it up to 1,000, guys. I don't think we've ever got 1,000 on a transfer stream, so smash that like button if you've not already done so for us. In terms of alternatives, I do think, actually, it's Kane or bust. Because
it is Kane or bust.
Look at the alternatives, right? I think it's quite clear to me that I think City want a striker in the mould of... Kane, Lewandowski, Haaland, Lukaku. They want a big, strong guy up front. You know what I mean? We've let Aguero go. I don't think they want to replace Aguero with another sort of nimble, quick, agile guy. I think they want a big guy in the box just to put the ball in the back of the net and be strong. You know what I mean? That's my view of it. So, really, who are the top players? Because it's clear with the current transfer strategy that we're seeing at City right now this summer is that we're going for proven players. So, who have you got? You got Kane, Haaland, Lewandowski, Lukaku. And I'm struggling really to think of anyone else who's...
Lautaro Martinez bags you, but he's
not in that mould.
Bracket.
He's not in that mould. So who else can we see who's in that mould, right? Who's a big, striker that we can get? I doubt we're going to be able to get Lewandowski out of Bayern Munich. Haaland's not going to come to City because it's just not going to happen.
Crouch.
Lukaku, I'd have Lukaku at the football club, but the problem with getting Lukaku is, from looking at the rumours that Chelsea have been bidding, you're going to be paying the same amount for Lukaku that you are for Harry Kane. And if you're going to do that, I'd rather just get Harry Kane in. So it's really tricky. And I think, yes, Levy is in a strong position, because I seen today everyone saying, oh, Levy's got control of this situation. I'm not 100% with that, because it all depends on how far Harry Kane is willing to push this. If Harry Kane is willing to say, I'm not going to play for you again, I want a transfer to Manchester City, Levy is not in control of the situation.
As well, I can't remember who I was seeing, but apparently he's on strike now. The next logical step for this situation will be that Harry Kane is going to hand in a transfer request.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised in the next week or so that Harry Kane hands in a transfer request, because he wants out and he's doing his best right now to get out of it. He does not want to go back to that football club. His mind is fully set. I would say this same thing happened with Riyad Mahrez, and he still played for Leicester for a year. Do you know what I mean? It can go the other way with him staying.
But Riyad Mahrez had already won a trophy. Which is, it's mad, but it's true, you know what I mean? He's already won a trophy. Harry Kane's, 27 years old? He's had enough. The guy wants out, and no one really knows at the moment how far he's willing to push it. But if he's willing to say to Levy, do what you want, mate, I'm not playing for Tottenham again until I get, I'm not playing for you again, I'm getting a transfer, then Levy doesn't have all the power, because then Levy, as a businessman, is not going to allow 130 million, 120, 140, whatever it is, that amount of money, just rot. He's not. And people go, just let him play in the academy. Not a chance Levy's going to allow that, because he could have had 120 million. And by the way, they're £1 billion in debt because of the stadium that they've just built. So it all depends for me, it all depends on how far is Harry Kane willing to push this. If he comes back into training at the end of the week, then he might end up staying there, because then Levy does have all the power, you see.
But he could, you're right. It's a
Someone
very...
put Dzeko. That's not actually the
Dzeko,
fucking most stupid shout we've ever seen.
We actually looked at that as well as a thing. A lot of people saying Ronaldo. That ain't never going to happen. But it's mad though. So people saying Martin Braithwaite. Where's Martin Braithwaite now? Barca.
He was at Barca, yeah.
Joe, he's like one of the most like richest footballers. He had like some mega business with his dad and sold it and got big cash, like absolute mega cash. Someone said Gary said that it's quite like an hour ago that Kane was isolating, and that's why he wasn't in training. But that ain't true, innit? Because he's been fined.
Yeah,
if he was isolating and didn't turn up, there'd be no reason for him to... do you know what I mean? There'd be an excuse as to why he's not...
There'd also be a statement released from the football club. You know, he might be doing some sort of isolation thing, but I'm telling you now, there's not a chance that if all this strike thing was completely wrong, Tottenham would have released a statement, Harry Kane would have released a statement, because we've not heard anything. So
because it keeps coming out, innit? Back to that, Harry Kane again has not turned up training. Harry Kane has not turned up for training. So, like, the club would just want to quash that straight away because they want him to stay. Yeah. They don't want all this shit to start stirring.
Yeah,
so they'll be trying to quash that instantly.
It is a tricky one though, deciding who we go for. I've got another couple super chats, guys. Appreciate these. DM has come in with the $5. Yes, DM. Time to start a GoFundMe for City to buy Kane. Keep up the good work, boys. Up the Blues.
Well, we said this last time for, was it Grealish or was it Kane? It was Grealish, wasn't it? We said about bare people buying City Plus, innit? So if it, do you know what I mean? If Barry had just got signed buy City Plus, even though it is a bit trash, we might be alright, you know what I mean? We might be able to fund it ourselves.
No, absolutely. And Niall's coming with a 2 and says Chaser. Chaser, very good player, but
Chaser.
he's not called Chaser, but I always call him Chaser. He's not leaving.
Nah, he ain't. Well, Juventus aren't going to let him go, bro. He had an absolute worldie tournament. He was sick. He looked mint.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's bring it back to Jack Grealish then. Let's bring the focus back to the man who looks like he's going to be joining Manchester City in the next 24 hours. He's having his medical tomorrow. This guy, bro, how good is he? You know what I mean? From what you've seen, because let's tell him the story, bro, if we can. You know what I mean? Let me tell you a story, bro. Going back, right, maybe 2-3 years ago, yeah, I was like, you know, a younger LB and a younger Jordy Party.
LB.
Yeah, and we was like scouting players, and I was like, Ray, you got to look at this guy.
Podcast, like, just it was only podcast, never videos.
Yeah, I was like, bro, this guy Jack Grealish, right, plays for Aston Villa. I'm telling you, mate, he's creme de la creme. He's going to go straight to the very top.
Yeah, weren't they in the Championship at that time?
Possibly, bro. You wasn't convinced, right?
I weren't convinced at all.
And I convinced you. What was it? Because obviously you've seen him. You'd seen him play and you weren't convinced. What was it eventually? Apart from me just going, he's sick. What was it that you seen that went, you know what? This guy is mega.
You know what it was? I looked at Jack Grealish with them diver glasses eyes and didn't really appreciate what he does or anything like that. Do you know how people can look at Mars and not appreciate the things that he does for a football team? Like, very easily. Even though he is world class, you know what I mean, sick. I just kind of overlooked everything he did and was just like, nah. And then every time I seen him play, I wouldn't really focus on it, you know what I mean? I kind of swerved the situation. I just be like, nah. But then when you was like, nah, you need to watch him. You need to actually watch this guy because he's sick. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a go here. I'll have a watch of this guy. And then when I did, I was like, oh no, I'm massively wrong here. Because then I remember like a week or two later when we went back to the situation, I was like, nah, Jack Grealish is sick. We need him. And it's weird because we weren't linked with him back then. There's no links back then. It was just me and you talking about Jack Grealish. And to think now we've signed him in what's our biggest transfer so far of like the Sheikh era, is next level, isn't it? It is next level. And a lot of people say about the price tag and stuff like that can hinder a player.
Yeah,
I don't think this will with him. I don't think it will. The guy's a massive character.
I agree.
And he should know he is worth this. He is worth it, and he'll prove that he's worth it. The guy is absolutely sick.
Well, I'd say as well, right? People say, "Oh, we've overpaid." Have we really overpaid? Again, I go back to let's have a look at some transfers, right? Let's do some comparisons. First of all, I think the one that's rumours that's coming out today, James Maddison to Arsenal, £70 million.
70 million, right?
I think if he's worth £70 million, then Jack Grealish is, in my opinion, a level above Maddison. Maddison's a good player.
Oh, Maddison's great.
Grealish is a level above.
Yeah.
And I think they're an extra £30 million. I think that's reasonable.
And if we've done £75 million up front and then the 25 million add-ons, that makes it even better.
Yeah, I think so. You know, United spent £96 million plus 25 million in agent fees on Paul Pogba, who'd never played in the Premier League, and has arguably failed doing it, in the Premier League. So again, I think comparing him to him, I think he's doing all right. Throw some other names out there.
I think Lukaku was very expensive, but I do believe because I think because of the track record he had and he was a very good goal scorer, I think he probably was right to be that expensive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I expected him to go to United and absolutely smash it.
Plus, what I'd also say, guys, I've said this a lot recently, but you can't judge a transfer fee, really, until they've ended the career or until they've moved on. Because everyone, when Liverpool signed Van Dijk for, what, £80 million, made him the biggest transfer of all time, everyone was like, oh, what a stupid transfer that was. He went in and he won in the Premier League straight away.
Yeah, he absolutely smashed it.
So, straight away after a year, everyone's like, oh yeah, that was a mint transfer. So you can't, in my opinion, you can't really judge transfer fees until a few years later, you look at the impact. You know what I mean? Because he could go on and smash it. Let's go through some of these more super chats.
Just before you go through super chats, bro, people are saying Alexander Isaac. I
don't know who he is.
Yeah, is he at Dortmund? I think he is at Dortmund still. Anyway, Alexander Isaac, or is it No, yeah. Oh no, he's at Sociedad, bro. Anyway, Alexander Isaac, I don't see us getting in. We've not been linked to him at all. The issue is with the striker situation in Kane. We've not been linked with anyone. I don't see us doing a left field thing and just getting some random like Isaac. And then a lot of people saying Delap. And I think Delap is going to go on loan to Stoke. So it leaves us with no Delap in it. So we're left with Kane.
Let me go through some of these. I've got New May 14 with a 5. If we don't get Kane this summer, I don't want him. I'd rather get Haaland. Do you agree? We're not going to get Haaland, Nume. We're not going to get him.
We're not going to get Haaland. However, I do kind of get what you're saying. I think if we don't get Kane this summer, I don't see us going getting Kane at all.
Yeah. Haaland is nailed on for Real Madrid next summer with Mbappe. But mate, it's not easy, pal. It's not easy, Nume. Dylan with the €5.49. Yes, Dylan. He says
Dylan.
The guys who think we overpaid for Grealish is only because we need a striker first and feel Mahrez will be magic this season. Well, Mahrez, I mean, I don't know if you watched the game yesterday. For those that are not massive fans of Mahrez, but Mahrez yesterday was absolute. I know it's a pre-season playing against Blackpool, whatever, but he was absolutely incredible yesterday. And at the end of the day, we're going for a striker. But if we wanted a striker and Grealish, we're not just going to hold up the Grealish deal because we need a striker more. Like, we're going to get a striker, we're going to get Grealish. And if Grealish is a quicker deal because it's easier to do than the Kane deal, then we're not just going to hold it up because, we need a striker more. That's just not how it's going to work.
Also, Grealish was very much... Grealish wasn't, I went out of Villa. Do you know what I mean? He was very much on the verge of signing a new contract at Villa. Apparently, if City didn't get this deal done this week, he was ready to sign a contract at Villa. He was ready to just commit the club. So
that's the rumour.
So City, do you know what I mean? We're like, we'll go get this deal done first, get that out of the way, and then Kane can wait because Kane ain't going anywhere else.
No,
he's not going anywhere else. So that's why that came afterwards. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we're overpaid for him. I think we've got a good. I won't say good deal. I feel like it's probably right. It is probably right. With him being English as well, you always get this English tax. Which
you never know, bro. He's 25 years old. I'm telling you, this guy is going to be an icon. He just will. He's going to be an English icon, mate. He's going to be plastered all over the world, and he's going to have his own brand soon. I think he could be the next Beckham.
Very marketable player
in terms of marketability. You know what I mean? I think he's got that potential.
NBA Fan TV came in at $4.99, bro. By the way, big up Dylan, innit? Thanks for your super chat. NBA Fan TV, thank you very much for your super chat, bro. He said, Gesundheit. Johnny, to be honest, I really don't see the need to break the bank for Grealish and Kane. We've been great at finding gems like Aguero, Sane, Torres for less. Yeah, Torres seems to be like a gem. Sane, Torres was the replacement for Sane. Aguero's gone, but the issue is Aguero became such a forefront of our team and bagging all these goals. We've lost that guarantee of that amount of goals a season. And then, Pep ain't here forever. I think he just wants to go out there, get someone who's ready-made. If you look at all the players we're linked with, the ready-made players. I know Haaland ain't ready-made, improving in that in the Prem. However, he's very, very good. We're looking at that stature of a player, not someone who we're willing to bring in and get better. Like Torres is very much a project that hopefully will get better and go on to be world class. I don't see that happening with a striker. We want to go out there and get a proven one because I believe that the work in progress striker is Delap.
Yeah,
and then you could say Jesus work in progress. Yeah. 22 years old or whatever he is.
What I would say as well, guys, is you got to look at how long really we're going to have Pep Guardiola for. You know what I mean? And this is another reason why the Haaland deal was just never going to work because I don't see us having Pep Guardiola for more than 2 more years. He can sign a lifetime contract for all I'm bothered. You know what I mean? He's got the keys to the Etihad. But what I'd say is, it's not in his nature to stay this long, and he's already got. You know what I mean? I personally don't think he's going to be here in another 2 seasons. So, Man City really want to win the Champions League, and I think they really want Pep to win the Champions League. He's not won it since he's been at Barcelona. And I think City want him to win it just as much as they want the football club to win it. So, are you going to buy these hidden gems, which, NBA is saying, like Aguero, like Sane, like Torres, or are you going to go out and just say, right, you know what? You've got 2 years left. You've got 2 more attempts at winning this Champions League. We're going to give you absolutely everything that you need to win this Champions League. You know what I mean? And if you can't win it in the 2 years, then you can't really complain at anything because we've done our best, you know what I mean, to give you the tools for you to go and win the Champions League. So, I think that's why we're changing strategy. That would be my view on it.
As well, do you know what I mean? We can't go false nine forever. And what was it? When he signed the new deal, apparently the talks with Khaldoon, it was very much a thing that he will lead the rebuild of the Man City squad.
Yeah.
And these are signings. Do you know what I mean? These are big signings for a rebuild of this Man City squad. Change it up. Do you know what I mean? It is going to change the way that we play. It 100% is if we get a big dog striker in. Do you know what I mean? When we turn into cross Chester City, there might be someone in the box that we can actually cross it to.
Yeah.
Which could be next level. With Kevin De Bruyne crossing these balls in, we might have someone to head it in.
We'll probably start it in the first, man. Benny's come in with a £2 super chat. It says, feel bad for Gundo. Do you see him back on rotation? Look, that's the question, you know what I mean? How are we going to set up?
Did he play all right last night, Gundo? People are saying that he's looking really good in pre-season.
Very sharp. It looks like he's been at the gym in in the off season. He come back yesterday, and I thought he would look very, very quick. Nice passing, got a good goal. Couple nice passes in behind for I think it was a Dozer, who was also very, very good. No, he's looking very good. Look, at the end of the day, at a club like Man City, a club like Barcelona, Real Madrid, should be United. They're not quite there yet, but United should be in this bracket. Chelsea, Liverpool. You need players to compete for spots. You know what I mean? You can't just have a starting 11. And this is... Liverpool have been a bit like this, a bit guilty of this in basically last year. You look at their bench at times, and it was shockingly poor.
Yeah.
Like Shaqiri, who was that other fella?
Strength in depth, isn't it?
I don't know, some striker who was really bad. Origi, players like that, you know what I mean? They were just simply not up to the standard that Liverpool, City, United, whoever require. You need a squad, you need a quality squad, and you need players to be competing and fighting for spots. Look at Kyle Walker with Danilo, right? I think a lot of people thought that when Kyle Walker was there with Danilo, Kyle Walker was pretty decent, but he wasn't great. Because Danilo couldn't really get into the team. Soon as Cancelo come into the team, you saw the best ever Kyle Walker we've ever seen at this football
Kyle
club.
Walker's been elevated massively since Cancelo came in because he offered a real threat, and it is a real threat to that position. And Cancelo should be going into this next season backing himself to take that position. That's how bold. And then Kyle Walker should be going into that season backing himself to take that position because Cancelo had a very good stint in the team where even me and Lewis were saying, we were like, how is Kyle Walker going to get back in here? And he did get back in here and looked phenomenal. And that's how you get the best out of your players, bro, because they have to take themselves to another level that they didn't think they had in it. If you don't have that backup, then it's harder to get more forward, you know what I mean? Whereas in a situation like Edison, bro, it's going to be very hard for him to be pushed. We've had this conversation before. It's going to be hard for Edison, I think, to ever reach his maximum potential. Do you know what I mean? He's still quality. Do you know what I mean? He's world class. He's the best goalkeeper in the world for me. I don't think he'll ever get to his maximum potential because I don't think he'll ever have a keeper behind him who can push him that far. Edison is our starter.
It's all about
he will always be our starter. So competition is great. If Jack Grealish comes and he does play the 8 role, we might actually see Gundogan elevate to another level. Do you know what I mean? And then it's all about who's playing mint, who's playing good. Do you know what I mean? I don't want... Jack Grealish will come in and he will play a lot of games. Obviously, I don't want it to be a situation if Jack Grealish comes in, it takes him a bit of time to get, do you know what I mean, get under the Pep way and hit the ground running and that. I don't want a situation where we're playing him just because he's price tag, and I don't think Pep will.
No,
do you remember Mark Hughes, bro? It was all price tag. I mean, you're big signing, big signing, big signing.
Pep ain't like that, man. Pep ain't like that. And Nick Toll, thank you to finish these. I think is there one more? I don't know. It's coming with a 14s. Ings to Villa. Villa trying to break our hearts. Well, they're spending their money quick, aren't they?
Spending their money fast, and they're taking our striker, bro. They're taking our backup striker that we possibly could have got.
I know. And then Shriniff with the 2 says Icardi on loan and Haaland next summer, guys. Forget about it. Haaland is not going to be a Manchester City player.
Icardi on loan. Is it PSG Icardi? I think he is.
He is. Icardi's a good striker, but as we've already mentioned, I don't think City are looking for... I mean, it might get to a point where they have to look outside of the bracket that we think of that strong physical striker. You know what I mean? They might have to look outside that and go for someone else, like a Latoro or like an Icardi, because there's literally nobody else who we can get. But I'm just got this thing in my head that they want a big physical striker, and it's tricky. It is tricky. Guys, do us a favour on 844 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to 1,000. There's 1,500 people in the stream, so we should be able to get it pretty quick. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. If you've not already done so, hit the notification bell. And if you want to become part of the Extra Club, hit that join button below the video or click join the Extra Club. The link is in the description. And finally, go and check out our sponsor of today's stream. It's the guys at OneFootball, who've got an app for you to download where you get all the latest news of your football club completely free, straight to your phone. Match reports, transfer news, rumours, everything there. It's absolutely mega. Me and Jordan both use it. It is class. Don't cost you a penny, and if you download it, you help support the channel, so we really appreciate it.
What was I going to say then? Someone said, M Doper it was actually. M Doper said, what about, how come City didn't push for Depay? I think we got bigger visions. I mean, I think we apparently we wanted Kane last year, but we got sidetracked by Messi. That was the rumour. Apparently, we wanted to go full send Kane last season. However, Messi came available and was like, oh my God, all freaking out. All plans out the window. Let's go get Messi. Do you know what I mean? Just said my famous line,
let's
innit?
go get Messi.
Let's go get Messi. However, do you know what I mean? The whole Messi thing dragged out all summer. We did get a centre back. It dragged out all summer, and then we didn't get Messi. That's never happening now. And then we got sidetracked and didn't go get Kane. So then now we're back in for Kane. We're going, right, okay, we missed out last summer. Let's not miss out this time. Let's go get Kane. And I feel like now Kane is also at the stage of him going, and that's why the gentleman's agreement came about last summer, where Kane last summer had a gentleman's agreement was, if the money comes in and, do you know what I mean, if we're not competing, I want to leave, because, do you know what I mean, he wants to be playing in the Champions League, boy. He wants to be playing Champions League football and competing on all fronts. And when he sees that City have just signed Jack Grealish, bro, he'll be like, oh boy, I need to get me in that squad. That bro is a dream team, isn't it? It's like ultimate team. It's fake news. You shouldn't be allowed to have all these players in one team, and then, do you know what I mean, ruining football and that. Do you know what I mean? Inject it. Do you know what I mean? We are ruining it.
I mean, you just mentioned a very good point, right? Harry Kane, Kane, right, is quite easily top 3 strikers in the world, yeah? Quite easily. He's the captain for Tottenham Hotspur, very big and, you know, I was going to say successful club, but they're not really successful. That's not a dig. They just not won anything. But they're a good team, you know what I mean? They can compete. They're a decent side. He scores lots of goals for them. And obviously he scores goals for England, captain of England, yeah? This guy wants to be playing Champions League football. Is he playing Champions League football, bro? No.
No.
Is he playing Europa League football?
No.
Is he playing the UEFA Europa Conference League? And will he be playing against FC Pacos de Ferreira of Portugal or Lane of Northern Ireland, bro?
Exciting times, bro.
I mean...
I mean, if your Levy is going that gentleman's agreement, boy, we got Europe. But Kane's like, nah.
I'm not trying to, like, be a dick here, right? But, you know what I mean? This is one of the best footballers in world football, yeah? He's probably top 10 footballers in world football right now, yeah? He wants to be playing in front of, like, Bayern Munich and Barcelona, Real Madrid, you know what I mean? Big European stages. And he's going to be playing against Pacos de Ferreira in Portugal, which I'm sure is a brilliant football club, currently holds 9,000 fans. Or Lane, if you put Lane in Google, it looks like a really nice place in Northern Ireland. But, I mean, I don't even know that the football club's just not coming up. You know what I mean? He wants to be playing the biggest football in world football. He don't want to be playing against these teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wants to be playing in the best competition in the world, bro.
Just like Jack Grealish, which is exactly why Jack Grealish has left, because he wants to be playing in the Champions League. And you know what? Aston Villa fans are like, oh yeah, but we could be playing Champions League football in 2 years. Just FYI, you won't. But even if you were, he wants to be playing it now, and he deserves to be playing it now.
Bro, look at him. He's 28 years old, isn't it? He's 28 years old. He wants to be playing all the big competitions and competing on all fronts, bro. Just like Messi, bro. Messi wanted to leave Barca because he wanted to challenge, he wanted to compete.
Yeah.
Grealish is leaving Aston Villa. He wants to compete. Kane will leave Tottenham because he wants to compete, but he wants a chance of winning these trophies, bro. There's no way Tottenham are too far away from winning the Premier League right now. They just don't seem on it. Do you know what I mean? That ain't a personal dig at Tottenham, but it is the fact that it's a fact. They just don't seem on it right now. Do you know what I mean? They don't seem that level yet. Obviously, they're not in the Champions League, so they can't win that.
Yeah.
They've been murked, bro. They've been murked, and they're going to lose a star asset because of it.
And yeah, again, you know what I mean? Nuno Mendes. Is he called Nuno Mendes? No, it's not called.
No, that's the guy we're after, isn't it? No, Nuno Espirito Santos, whatever he's called.
Nuno Santos. We'll call him Nuno Santos.
Nuno Santos, yeah.
Nuno Santos, right? Comes across as a nice guy, right? And I think he's a decent manager. Yeah, from what he's done at Wolves, I think he's a decent manager. Can we say that he's a good manager or he's a mega manager? I don't think we can say that because what evidence have you got to tell me that he's a sick manager? I think, did they finish bottom half of the table last year with a pretty decent team? I know the striker had that horrible injury, he was out for a bit, but they had a pretty decent team. I'm pretty sure they finished like bottom half, you know what I mean? And I said as well about Wolves, they play negative football. So, do you really, does Harry Kane really want to be playing for Nuno Santos?
Yeah, they finished 13th, by the way.
So, you know what I mean? It's what is going on at Spurs, you know what I mean? If I was a Spurs fan, I'd be tearing my head, you know, tearing my hair out. I wouldn't know what's going on. You know what I mean? They literally had a sick team under Poch, yeah? They got to the Champions League final, was shocking, due to, in my opinion, to a terrible decision to play Harry Kane in the final when he clearly wasn't fit. And instead of going out there and booming the transfer market and going, you know what, we got beat in the Champions League final. You see the comparisons, actually. What did they do when they got beat in the Champions League final, Bray?
When they got beat in the Champions League final?
Did they make a big decision? Did they make a big statement saying, we're going to come back next year and we're going to win it? No, they didn't. No one knows what they did because they probably did some weird thing.
After half a season, they sat Poch, didn't they?
Well, they sat Poch. They probably didn't buy anyone. What are City doing? Look at the difference. We get beat in the Champions League final and we're going, we want this. We're going to go out and buy Jack Grealish, mint player, and we're going to go out and buy the best striker in English football. You know what I mean? And we've got the best manager in English football. It's a mentality shift. You know what I mean? It's not our fault you spent £1 billion on a stadium that you didn't really need. You could have spent £1 billion on players. Don't moan at us and be like, oh, City are spending our money on players. Look, everyone always laughs at us because we don't own our stadium. Well, now because you now own a £1 billion stadium, you now have Nuno Santos as your manager. You know what I mean? Good luck with that.
Well, because they actually interviewed a lot of managers, but they couldn't get
no
it all
one wanted to go there,
bro. I mean, no one wanted to go, innit?
Because I bet it went a bit like this. You're like, all right, yeah, it's Daniel
Conte
Levy.
was like the main guy, innit?
Yeah, it's like Daniel Levy. Do you want to come and manage Spurs? Yeah, how much money am I getting to spend? Not a lot. All right, see you.
Not a lot. Is Kane going to be the striker? Bit of dodgy on that. Still a bit.
I mean, but we've got a sick stadium. Oh, yeah, nice one, buzzing.
Yeah, sick stadium. Got a sick stadium. Yeah, nice. But the thing is, right, people cry at us, innit, right? And people will cry at us when this deal when the Jack Grealish deal gets done, and they'll cry if the Kane deal gets done, and that is what will always happen. However, like Lewis said at the beginning of the stream, we could see ourselves in a situation where our net spend over this summer, we're in profit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
If that happened, it's over. It's over. Football is over.
That is insane. And then the thing is, no one can say anything because we're spending the money that we made. I know the whole COVID season and that, but last year we made like 220 mil, something like that. People saying we made 220 million last summer. So, do you know what I mean? We're just spending that, if anything. We're spending. FFP's brought in so you can spend what you want. So spend what you make.
Yeah.
And we are making the money to spend it. Hence why we're spending it.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, it's funny as well. I've been on that Villa Talk quite a bit, reading their things, and it's quite funny because on one half you've got how can City get away with this with FFP, and then the other half are starting to clock on about FFP.
I seen the thing today, and it's like
they're starting to get it.
Yeah, they're starting to understand FFP. And why it's broken.
Yeah.
They've got owners that are super rich, innit? They don't need the cash. They're super rich. But they can't spend all this big cash because the club doesn't earn that big cash.
Yeah.
That's the issue. When it all came in, people didn't realise, innit? No one realised. And we got murked for it all the time, innit? But people didn't realise it was actually hurting them more than it was actually going to hurt City.
Yeah. DJ Sus 2, yes, DJ said Pep is building the Galacticos 2.0. Well, you know what I mean? It's not an incorrect statement to make. And what I would say is, this team, I think, has a little bit more of a team spirit about them than the original Galacticos at Real Madrid. They were literally just the best players, the most expensive players, you know, and we are buying the most expensive players. But I do feel that our team from last year had a real team sort of unit and spirit about it. I mean, you don't get to what is it? We won the Prem, won the Carabao, got to the semi-finals of the FA, and got to the finals of the Champions League. You don't do that.
Like 61 of 62
yeah,
games.
you don't do that unless you've got a mega team spirit. So hopefully, and I don't see Jack Grealish and Kane coming in and disrupting it.
They're both captains.
They're both captains, which is another plus point. The only negative, really, as I see, is Bernardo Silva leaving. He's a really likeable character.
I love Bernardo.
I think, you know, he makes jokes and stuff in and around the dressing room. I think generally he puts a smile on everyone's face.
Oh, they all murk him in that, don't they?
Yeah, I think he's a really good person to have in the dressing room. And that is the one downside to the whole transfers, is that because he's leaving, that is probably one downside. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? You got to take the rough with the smooth.
Yeah, that is true. Let's go for Super Chats, bro.
Yeah.
We Snooker says £4 with £4.99. It says Villa fans, it's wrong to buy clubs' best players. Villa owners, let's buy Norwich and Southampton's best player. I mean, I guess so. Is that a thing? Are they actually going for Todd Cantwell? Because he's meant to be decent for Norwich. I'm not sure if that is a thing.
The rumours are that once this deal goes through, they're going to go and get Cantwell. Which, by the way, I predicted in April.
Yeah, I remember you saying this. I actually because that's when I was thinking about it. Because I was speaking to Chris Revo from the Norwich City thing, and they were saying that Cantwell is actually sick.
Yeah.
And obviously they've gone and got Danny Ings, which is true.
And apparently they're rumoured with Jason Ward-Prowse, which, by the way...
James Ward-Prowse, yeah.
I think that's a terrible decision. But, you know, it's your money now.
They're spending 40 million on James Ward-Prowse. Is that around... something like that,
the rumours are that they're going to be spending like 40 million.
I'd love to know how much they paid for Ings.
Yeah.
I want to know how much that is.
Let us know in the chat, innit? Patrick has come in with the 5. Yes, Patrick. Just dropping in to say, make sure to hydrate. My sodium levels are all too high after scrolling through Twitter, reading pundits and other clubs' opinions.
Best salt.
Yeah, there is a lot of salt going on. Don't worry, Patrick, mate. I got my drink right here.
Yeah, bro, we got the water, innit? We got the water. We'll hydrate.
Fabrizio tweet, apparently. Let me get it up. Oh, here we go. Manchester City and Aston Villa are now working on paperwork in order to announce Jack Grealish deal. Official statement still not planned for today, but deal to be completed this week as expected. Jack Grealish is waiting to sign with Manchester City until June 2026.
Big
news.
That is big. And you know what I mean? We didn't expect the announcement to be today, more likely tomorrow, because his medical will probably be tomorrow morning. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Ryan Schultz with the $2, bro, says signing Jack makes me think Pep stays long term. I mean, there is always, do you know what I mean? There is always the thing that Pep might stay longer than the 2 years. It's just difficult, isn't it? It is. What do you mean? It's fake. Nah, it ain't fake. It's a blue tick. It is Fabrizio. Yeah, Pep could stay longer than the 2-year extension that he's got. He could. That is a genuine possibility. I don't think anyone expected him to stay as long as he has done now. I think, you know what I mean? He's been at City longer than he's been at any other football club ever. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I still think we're in borrowed time here, and you should drink all this in with Pep, because we ain't going to see it again when he leaves. I hope he stays. I hope he stays after the 2 years. The club have clearly set the precedent for him, and they've set him, do you know what I mean? And the club is made for Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
It is built from the ground up for Pep Guardiola. So when he leaves, it'll be very difficult. You know what I mean? Manager comes in, he's like, "Oh, Pep Guardiola's name's everywhere." It's like, because it's built for him. You know what I mean?
It is.
His name's probably in the foundations of the new stand and that. But I think if Pep does stay, then, do you know what I mean? Rip the rest of the league, because he's sick. He is sick.
Yeah.
None of these Pep out things. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's daft. It is seriously daft. We'll have to see what happens. I'm seeing more stuff about Lukaku.
People are saying that Lukaku apparently they've accepted the 130 mil.
Well, yeah, apparently it's 130 million euros. That's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but apparently, you know what I mean, it is what it is. Well, that is a lot of cash.
This is what we said. It's 110 mil. That is.
Yeah.
We said this when people were asking us, saying, "Go get Lukaku. He'll be cheap. He'll be cheap. He won't be cheap because he bags for them.
Yeah.
He absolutely bags for them. So we always said, innit, you would not get Lukaku for less than what they paid for him. Do you know what I mean? You will 100% not get a good deal on Lukaku, like a cheaper deal than what they paid, because he's absolutely massive from. So, do you know what I mean? Lukaku going back to Chelsea, I think that strengthens them even more. They're going to be a massive threat next season. I thought they were already a massive threat before before this signing.
Yeah.
They look absolutely incredible. So them going getting them, I've seen people saying that Chelsea get Lukaku, we get Kane, and then United fans getting excited thinking, do you know what I mean? Only leaves Haaland for them. But
it's not happening. Marcus Lid, yes, you've come in with this SEK20 message retracted, but I've seen your message in the chat, so I'll just read this one out anyway. It says Kane, Nunes, João Felix, Martinez, Lewandowski, Haaland, or his cousin Jarland, or we just go with Sarmiento as a striker. There's a lot of names, mate. I think, honestly, if we can't get Kane, I think we're going to have to change tactics and go and get another false nine, which I only see getting Felix or Dybala, or you got to just go for someone like, I don't know, Icardi, or someone in that type of, like Toro, someone like that.
Or they don't actually go with anyone and go full false nine for a season again. like you said to me, the board, you know what I mean? They could just turn around and say, look, it got us far last season. Time to re-up.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a tricky one. M Dopa's coming with the $2. Do y'all think KDB and Torres plays this weekend? Nope.
I think Mahrez will play on the right wing.
Yep.
I think Gundogan will play. I think Fernandinho will play.
should play, mate. We did a poll last night.
Well, apparently thinking it. Pep said that it's going to be a mix. Like, do you know what I mean? It's going to be like the preseason games.
Well, we did a poll last night on the stream, and 82% of people who voted said they reckon Edozie should start against Leicester at the weekend, which is crazy, and that does him justice because he smashed it last night.
He's been smashing it, innit? So, you know what I mean? Yeah. He should play. He should play on the left wing.
Nick Toll with a 14. Where does Grealish play? Who has to shift? I think we've covered this already, but it's basically he's going to be playing in the attacking midfield role. And it'll be swapping between him, Gundogan, KDB. Basically, just rotating injuries, tiredness, the amount of fixtures. He'll get loads of games. And Sujan Barani with the 40. Who do you think City should buy if not Kane? Again, mate, it's I don't know. It's horrible, mate.
It's so difficult.
And this is why I think it's Kane or bust.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's 100% Kane or bust. That's been the rumour as well. Like that City are just going Kane or we'll deal with what we got.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. Powan says there, why the fuck can't Tottenham just accept if Man City are paying 130? Well, the issue is we've not offered 130. Do you know what I mean? We've not offered 130 million for him yet. But that is the maximum that we're willing to go to. But you know what I mean? We've not gone, here's 130 million, please can we have him? Because then they'd just be like, give us 140 if you're just willing to throw 130. I think we the only bid that we've actually submitted is apparently 100 million. I think next comes the whole Kane strike, him handing the transfer request. City go back to Tottenham and say, look, you got a player that doesn't want to be there. We'll offer 120 million. They'll probably say no, we go 130 million. And they say, yeah. And that's how I imagine that scene going. Also, someone reminded me on Instagram, someone tagged me on Instagram in a City Extra post about last week. I said today get it done, the whole Jack Grealish thing. You know what I mean? So I was maybe 24 hours off. So buzzing that I actually got something right.
It is close. Right, we'll get ready to end the stream soon, guys. Let's see if we can get those likes up a little bit. We're on 1,400 people in the stream, 1,400 people in the stream. We've just gone over 1,000. Let's see if we can get 1,200 likes. That'll be a mint way to end the stream. Make sure you are subscribed. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, any of our emergency live streams. If you want to join the Extra Club, become part of the community and help support the channel, click the join button below. The link is also in the description. And check out the sponsor for today's stream. OneFootball have got an app that you can download. Get all the City news you could possibly desire in one place, completely free of charge. Hit the link in the description. It's also the pinned comment. Select City as your favourite team and you'll be up and away. Typical City with the 5, Bray.
Yes, evening lads. I'm annoyed. We're set to spend so much on a lad that would be half the price if we were English. We've got enough creative mids.
I disagree.
Well,
who are our
your creative mids? Is KDB. You're pushing Gundogan into that creative mid role, which is kind of, but then that's only 2.
Yeah.
And then,
but I don't actually think Gundogan's that good at he can do a good ball now and again, but I don't think he's that good at actually putting the ball in behind the line.
Box to box guy, you know what I mean?
Bernardo Silva's leaving, so
Bernardo Silva's getting off.
So who have you got?
And then you could, you could probably argue Foden.
But he don't play
however,
there.
he doesn't play there; he plays left wing. So I think Grealish is a great signing in that midfield. I think there is a space for him.
I think effectively we've got one proper creative midfielder. And it's Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, that is our full out and out.
That's my view. You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
obviously
that's
your view,
my opinion,
typical City. But my view is that I don't think we do have enough players.
I do agree with the fact that if he wasn't English, he probably would have been a bit cheaper.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah, 100%. I agree with that. That's the case with every English player, innit? You know what I mean? All English players are just fucking ramped up. But that's because they have the rule of English law. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. Where you got to have like
you
so
have to have
many,
a certain amount of players that are English in your
you got to have
squad.
so many British players in your team. Well, you know that's what then happens because you need British players in your squad. So British players are then worth more.
Ramps up. Thacker came in with the 20. Is that rupees, bro? That sign? I don't know what it is. With the 20. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. There's no message though, and I didn't actually see him post a message in the chat since he's posted that. But thank you. Appreciate the super chat. Patrick Carolus brought with a $1.99. JP, either please dye your hair or shave the beard. If I dye my hair, it'll probably fall out and then I'll go bald.
I think you should just get a headband, bro.
I can't rock the Grealish thing, bro.
Why? Yeah, you can.
I can't.
Oh my days, bro!
I can't rock Grealish.
Oh, what? No. Let me just think. Like, you're more than happy to dye your hair like white or silver, whatever it is. You're more than happy. Yeah, that's completely normal, that, innit? Yeah, I'm gonna dye my hair another colour. You know what I mean? To rep Phil Foden, but you won't just get a headband.
Mate, I'll get a headband and I'll show you why I can't rep it. You know what? But for the next time, I'll get a headband, bro. I'll get a Jack Grealish headband.
Jay still says, "Rock it, JP. I am 10. JP, do a JG."
JP do a JG. That's funny. That
Q plays, get your headband, kid. Come on, bro. Everyone wants it.
I'll get it. But then you'll realise why I shouldn't have got it. I'll get it, and don't worry, you'll see it. We'll go for it. I mean, I'll try and get it for tomorrow because Jack signs. We'll probably do an emergency live stream again. I'll get it, and then you'll see instantly. You'll be like, bruh. Nah, should have dusted that. Patrick, yeah, the shave the beard. It isn't really a beard. Do you know what I mean? It's rubbish, and I can't grow a beard, so do you know what I mean? Rip my beard game. But yeah, that'll go. Austin King with a $5, bro. If Grealish were Russian, it'd be 40 million. But if he was German, it'd be on his way to buying for it. That's the truth.
That is very true.
That's the truth.
That is good.
Do you know what I mean? Bayern just whip up the Germans, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In that league, you can just take them.
No, that is
That's becoming us. Yeah. That's becoming us, bro. We are the Bayern. We're going taking everyone's best players. We're going getting Cade. We're going getting Grealish.
No, but we're actually paying money.
Oh yeah, we have to pay in it.
Yeah, get them on. We're not just getting all these players on a free transfer, which, by the way, is apparently fine. You know what I mean? Everyone's fine with that. Everyone's fine with Bayern Munich just taking the best players from around Germany for free. But no, us, we pay money, big money, often overpay according to a lot of people. Oh no. You know what that's also doing, by the way? We're putting money into clubs. We're giving Aston Villa £100 million here to build their club and build their infrastructure.
We've just bought Villa Danny Ings.
You know what I mean? But no, do it for free. You know what I mean? Oh, that's all right. Honestly, it's the way the whole football thing is run is crazy.
It is crazy. Do you know what I mean? As well, it's all right for. Do you know what I mean? You'll see when the difference when Chelsea signed Lukaku for 130 million and we signed Jack Grealish for 100 million. You will actually see the difference in the reporting of it because it'll be we signed Jack Grealish, we're ruining football. They sign Lukaku, it's completely fine. They spent 200 million last summer. Innit? And that just went under the rug. You know what I mean? That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. But you know what I mean? That's the way it is.
It's a madness. It's madness.
Two people City came with a 5. Said also personally, I don't want Kane at the point in his career. He's at 28 injury prone, etc. Schick, Kaiser, Haaland next year will be all cheaper. Schick, I'm not sure about. I've not actually looked into Kaiser. I don't see leaving Juventus.
He's sick though, Chaser, mate.
Yeah, he's absolutely unreal. I think he will play there. I don't see him leaving. I don't think Juventus will let him leave. And then Haaland, like Lewis said, Haaland is expensive. You know what I mean? If you want to go get Haaland next summer as well, you're going to be paying mega wages. Yeah. And I don't see that happening at City.
I do understand that the Kane, people are a bit, wary about Kane, but
we also did a video on his injury proneness, and we kind of debunked it.
Yeah. Have you not seen that typical City? Go in our channel, type in Kane, and go on the Should City Sign Kane video, whatever it's called. It's on like April or something, and check it out. But thanks for the super chat.
Appreciate that, mate.
And I think the last one before we end, not really here with 100. Unpopular opinion: should we sell Sterling if we get Grealish? Nah, we're not going to sell Sterling. We're not going to sell Sterling.
But I did see a rumour. I mean, probably, I'm not sure about the source on that, saying that he's unsure of signing a new deal yet. You know what I mean? But yeah, I reckon we'll tie Sterling down to another new deal. 100% think that we'll get him on another like 3 or 4 year deal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Fucking hell. Right, no more super chats.
Please stop giving us money.
Stream. No more. But
Stop giving us money. We want to go to bed. Not bed. We're playing COD.
Nick's all coming in with the 35 Zar. Doesn't having two creative mids mess up the dynamic? Remember when KDB came back from injury and Cancelo's role was limited? I don't think we will play with two defensive midfielders. We may do in a few games, Nick Toll, but I think for the main part, I think we're going to play one holding midfielder and two attacking midfielders.
No, but you said two creative mids. Does that two creative mids mess up?
Oh, sorry, I thought you said defensive midfielders. Well, hope not, because we're about to spend £100 million on Jack Grealish.
On a creative midfielder.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
There is a chance, you know what I mean? There is a chance that it might mess up the dynamic a little bit, but also I think our tactics will change this summer. I don't see it being like last year.
Yeah.
Our tactics are going to change. We're not going to play the false nine, and hopefully we'll have Kane up top, so we might see a different kind of City. So I'm buzzing for that, you know what I mean? A new look City.
Yeah.
You called it right today, bro, when you said that. Do you know what I mean? We're undergoing some mad thing here where we're going to be the Barcelona of the Prem.
We're going to dominate, guys.
We're going to dominate English football.
Prepare yourselves.
Years.
It's disgusting.
We're going to win it all. We're going to win. Neil's
done that just to wind us up, bro.
Yeah, but Neil's trying to keep us here, isn't he? We just want to play COD, mate.
Neil's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
right?
but a long
Neil's
time.
There with the
he
$10.
knows, isn't it?
By the way, Neil there with the love oil. He's a troll. He's a City fan. Before anyone thinks he's not a City fan, he's just trolling us.
Yeah,
he's trolling us.
He's keeping us
we
here.
know what Neil's. We know what Neil's doing there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Neil, innit? I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Tell big cash, innit? I appreciate that. And love oil, mate. All love oil. Everyone go fill your cars up a little bit more.
Jeez.
Just so that we can. Do you know what I mean? Even if you have one of them little jerry cans in the back of your boot, fill that up. It's only £5. Fill that one up as well. Because we need to fund Kane.
Fun Kane. Right, we're going to end it there, guys. With 10 likes off, by the way, 1.2k likes. Make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel as well if you've not already done so. We're trying to get to 35,000 as quickly as possible. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos when we go live on emergency live stream. Sometimes there's not a lot of notice, so having the bell on is the best way to make sure you don't miss it. If you want to become part of the Extra Club, help support the channel and get a nice shiny badge next to your name, hit the join button down below or in the description. And once again, massive thank you to our sponsors. It is OneFootball. They've got the best app, in my opinion, that you can download completely free of charge. Select City as your favourite team. You get all the City news straight to your phone. Me and Jordan both actually genuinely use it. We're not allowed to say that if we don't, but we do genuinely use it. And if you don't like it, just delete it. It doesn't cost you a penny. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Grealish is almost done. 1.2k likes there, I see. Let's see when Grealish gets done. Hopefully tomorrow. But we'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit, guys.
See you in a bit.